Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Drake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
On first down, Drake. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 22, Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Now Jones. And down he goes moves, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That's a 40-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's Jones on first down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Throwing again. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Murray now to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Murray. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Gain of 7.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Murray to give. This is Drake. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Leonard Williams.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Murray. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Giants have taken the lead. And he's able to put it through.
Giants 7, Cardinals 3. Graham Gano.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7. Cardinals 3.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Murray. His throw incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now on 1st down, Drake again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. Now a handoff for Drake. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
second down. It's Drake. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
8 yards to go on second down.
And 8 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing Jones. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
8-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Drake. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4.
At the 11-yard line.
On the give, this is Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having a route of 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Gets this one to his running back, Wayne Gallman. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Jones now on 3rd down. And he'll find Hall. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Cardinal 1st down.
Murray now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A final shot before half for Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And the 3rd quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Giant.
Sterling Shepard. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Andy Isabella on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw, it's Murray. Being chased out left. And he rifles one incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First down, Arizona.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Christian Kirk.
The end result, 21 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Right back to Drake. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
If it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Counter play, Drake. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having it.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He'll take over.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run with Drake. A first down and more for Drake. And finally marked down at the 23. A big play there out of the running game. 38 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They stay on the ground with Drake. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On 1st and goal, Drake. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dan Arnold, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2. Operating from the gun. Murray looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Arizona.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
50 Cent, Mike, 50 Cent.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to
2nd and 6.
At the 6-yard line.
From the gun, Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Jeff Thomas on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And Daniels has it, left side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Drake, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Drake, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now a draw play with Drake. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. This one is right down the middle, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Jeff Thomas on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now,
and, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Drake, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Cardinals.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it, and let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter, but a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there, but in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected.